It's the crack of dawn and I'm waiting for a train which will take me from Verona to magical Lake Garda in just 13 minutes.
I've never been on this train, so I'm really excited. Apparently super fast. Frecciarossa. This is the Ferrari of the train.
And it's the next stage of my travels around northern Italy by train.
This was so cool.
Famed for being home to some of the most scenic rail journeys in the world.
Next stop, Torino.
Packed with enchanting landscapes, unique traditions and irresistible food, all waiting to be explored.
Join me on my Italian Express.
I'm at the start of a super fast train journey which will take me to the foothills of the mighty Dolomites mountains.
Now, these trains, they can reach a high speed of 300 kilometers per hour, and they connect all the major cities like Milano, Roma, Firenze, all the way to Bolzano.
Leaving Verona, the train will take me to Italy's biggest lake, Garda. And after the short hop back to Verona, the line will climb up to the mountains and Italy's richest province, South Tyrol, and its capital, Bolzano. Tourists have been coming here since the 1st century BC. Today, Lake Garda draws over 22 million visitors a year, making it one of the world's most popular tourist destinations.
Now, the train stopped right on the lake, and from here, I can get to many of the 25 villages all around it, plus one of the most famous, Sirmione.
Sitting at the end of a narrow peninsula, Sirmione offers panoramic views of Garda. Surrounded by a medieval fortress, it's home to the most intact Roman villa in northern Italy.
See, the reason why I woke up very early this morning to come here is because usually this place is packed of tourists. You can't move, it's very noisy, but right now, it's all mine, all by myself.
Also up early are the Sirmione Bisei boat team. Since the 1500s, the town has taken part in Garda's annual Bisei boat race. But before I meet them, I need breakfast.
My Cando Bar. Buongiorno. Posso avere un caffè per cortesia? Ah, grazie, grazie. People always ask me what Italian people in Italy have for breakfast. Now, forget about egg, bacon, sausage, and all of that. This is the kind of thing we eat. Sweet stuff. Croissant with marmalade, with Nutella, with cream, brioche, biscuit. That's what we're having. Ah, mi servono una decina di cornetti misti.
Sì.
I know that I'm meeting some rowing guys, so I think the best thing to do is to bring some croissant. See, in Italy, that's another thing. If you go to meet someone in the morning, you have to bring a little croissant or something. Otherwise, it's very rude.
Ecco qua.
Grazie, caro.
A lei.
Buongiorno.
Arrivederci, buongiorno.
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 Agostino?
Sì.
Come va?
Benissimo.
Tutto bene? Oh, vi ho portato i cornetti, eh? Breakfast is on me. Salve.
Ehi, ciao,
Piacere.
io sono Alberto.
Ciao Alberto, Gino.
Va bene, vai.
So Alberto is known as the king of rowing, and he won 14 gold medals. Scusa, ma tutta questa energia dove l'ha pigliato?
La pigliamo dall'aria sana che
Dall'aria?
c'è qui, dall'aria.
So the king of rowing is 70 years old. My first question was, where do you get this energy from? And it's all to do with the Garda water and the good wine that they drink. And the most important thing he said is the food, because if you eat well, you're always fit. Spiegatemi un po' di questa gara che succede sul lago di Garda.
Le prime settimane di agosto.
So this is a race that happens once a year between June and August, and all the villages around the area, they participate to the race because it's so important to them that they train all year around to make sure that they win. Ma voi siete insieme come team o separati? Come funziona? So they just said that they all won individually, now they're trying to win together. So I'm gonna be there helping them, and I need to show these people how to do it. This doesn't look stable at all.
Adesso viene su anche il camera.
Ecco qua. Piano.
The Bisse are flat-bottomed boats based on Venetian gondolas.
Row the boats. Oh, come on.
And winning this ancient regatta is a source of enormous local pride.
1, 2, 3, go!
Fa che delle me curte. Ah, bravo.
Vai! Vai che this year we're gonna win! Vai, vai! Vai, porco can! Don't worry, boys, we're gonna win this year. Let's turn around and be careful me. Turn around. Grazie, let's roll like a gondola.
This is much harder work than it looks. No wonder these guys practice all year round.
Stop! Hey, when is the time? Hey, porco can. Let's have a coffee. Forza, left, right. Very nice. Come sono andato? Bene? We can tell you're a man of the sea. That's what they said.
Best stick to what I'm good at. So I'm cooking a speedy protein-packed sausage stew and garlic bread for the rowers.
Once you learn how to do this recipe, you will do it over and over again because everybody likes sausages and everybody likes beans. First of all, get yourself a nice saucepan like this so you got space to move around with all the ingredients. In there, we're gonna start with the onions.
Roughly chop and add to a pan with olive oil.
Put a little pinch of salt on the onions, and that's a very, very important thing to do because the salt is gonna help the onions to release the water so they caramelize very fast. In there, I'm gonna put a little bit of dry chili flakes. Look, half teaspoon, a teaspoon. I think the boys, they need a kick. In there now, we're gonna put rosemary. Put it into the oil and start to cook it as quick as you can because the flavor is gonna release straight away into the oil with the onions and the chili. You could use thyme, absolutely. See, this is already looking delicious. Now, let's talk about the almighty Italian sausage. What's the difference between the British sausage and the Italian one? It's all about the thickness, okay? And the way we mince pork is quite coarse. It's not too smooth and like a puree.
Chop into chunks and add to the pan.
You need to make sure that the sausages are seared all around so the flavor and the juices is gonna be right in the middle. Okay, the sausages are perfect. Now is the time to add the beans. So what I got cannellini beans and then I got borlotti beans. Straight in there, both. You could use chickpeas if you want. Straight after the beans, we got vegetable stock. And just to give you some rustic color, tomato puree. Look at the way it changes the color. It looks good, it looks rustic, it looks something that is homemade. Now, 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Guys, at this stage, lower everything to a medium heat, 20 minutes, and let the pan do the work. Now, flat leaf parsley, roughly chopped. Parsley goes in there. Switch everything off, okay? Make sure that the sausages are under the gravy. And we're gonna get on with the traditional way to do a garlic bread.
Drizzle ciabatta with olive oil and grill on both sides.
Now, the garlic bit is very easy. Get a garlic clove, you rub it on both sides. So, look at that. The boys are in for a treat here. I'm gonna put it there. I like to put the garlic bread in the dish because it's gonna soak up a little bit of the sauce. Absolutely delicious. Ragazzi, pronti? Ecco qua, questo è il tuo.
Grazie.
Mangiate, mangiate.
Che rapporto al critico.
Com'è?
Buono.
Buono? Questo ti dà il turbo. Just told them this is going to give you a nice kick, so you're going to be even faster. Now that I show them how to do it, they're going to win the gold medal.
Parlo per me, infatti.
Saluto a voi, grazie. Salute, salute, salute. This route from the bank of Lake Garda to the foot of the Dolomites is considered to be one of the top 5 most scenic train journeys in all of Europe.
This leg of my journey is taking me almost 100 miles north of Verona to a town known as the Gateway to the Dolomites, and an area which was part of the German-speaking Austrian Empire until 1918.
I'm going to a place that I've never been before. Still in Italy, is a city called Bolzano. But let me tell you something, a quarter of the population there, the first language is German. So, I'm going prepared. How do I get to Sheffield? Wie komme ich Sheffield? That'd be useful.
After an hour and a half, we reach Bolzano.
Now, I'm supposed to meet a man called Klaus. I have no idea what he looks like, but he said to me, Gino, don't worry. When I come here, you will know that is me. Maybe that's Klaus? No? Has to be you, is it? Gino.
Ciao Klaus.
Come va? Ciao bella.
Lina.
Lina, piacere, piacere. Questo accento, ma italiani o tedeschi? Che siete?
Il nostro accento è tedesco.
L'accento è tedesco,
Sì.
ma siete italiani però?
Sì.
So I've asked, but wait a second, am I dealing with Italians or Germans here? He said, no, Italians, but with a German accent. Are we ready?
Hanno ragione.
Allora, uno di qua e uno di là. 1 and 2. Ready, let's go to Bolzano. Ora.
Nestled in a valley in the shadow of the Dolomites, the town is built around a central square. Even its name is a mashup of languages, Piazza Walter.
Straight away, you can see that there is something different. There is the influence from Germany, Austria. E i vestiti, perché siete vestiti così?
Allora, quello è qua del Renon di sopra Bolzano, vestito tradizionale tanti anni fa.
So I was wondering about the clothes. Each village is around Bolzano. They have their own unique colors. It's a little bit like Scottish kilts. Whenever they have a big function or whenever they used to go on Sundays, you know, to a party, this is the way they dress. So where we're going now is to see what the real people of Bolzano are eating. I want something traditional. I want to see what these influences actually means as far as food is concerned.
And that means a food cart and a sausage, or Würstel, as they call it here.
So this is the traditional place to have the proper, what they call a Würstel. Hello?
Krijg meer 2 würstel.
No plates?
No, qua si mangia così.
Così, prego. Senape, dentro nella senape, così.
So you take the sausage in your hands, she shovels mustard on a piece of paper, danky in the mustard. What kind of a way is eating is this?
Bravo. Bravo.
Oh.
Numero
Oh.
uno.
Buono. Ah. Giusto.
I have to say, it doesn't feel being in Italy at all eating this way and this kind of flavors.
But it's music and dance, not food, which is the heart and soul of Bolzano. They are taught music here from preschool. It's as important as maths and science.
So here they're dancing a typical dance here from the region.
Very
here
nice.
From South Tyrol. And we can try as well. If you want
Try,
to.
sorry?
We can try as well. If
No.
you want to.
Let me
on.
see first of
Come
all
on.
what they say, what they do. Let me learn.
I have to turn.
Why does he shout? Okay. This is very complicated. Why the dance?
It's basically where men show how strong they are.
All right. It can't be that difficult. There we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to do the Macarena.
But it's time for me to get up into the hills. Millions flock to the Dolomites each winter to ski. The warm and sunny summers are much quieter, so it's the perfect time to explore these 90,000 acres of mountainous terrain.
Now, the best way to get to the top is to get the cable car. I guess it's their version of a bus, and it only takes 12 minutes. I'm dreading this.
This cable car runs from Bolzano to the top of Mount Renon every 20 minutes, where I can join one of Italy's highest railway lines.
This is my worst nightmare. Okay, I may be missing the view, but I don't really care. I can get the view when I go up there. It's gonna wobble again. On the way down, I'm gonna walk. So, from a modern cable car to a 125 years old electric train. This is the local train, which I'm so excited to use because for me it's like going back to the past. Martin?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
This is your train?
This is our train. We
looks
take it
beautiful.
This is the Renon line. Operating all year round, this tiny train takes tourists across the Renon Plateau to some of the most breathtaking views in Italy.
How many years have you been doing this?
I do this since 1997.
Since 1997?
I'm an old man.
How often do you take the train up and down?
This way we do only 6 times a day.
All right. Can I put my head out?
Yeah,
Is this how fast it goes, or does it go faster?
we can go faster also.
You go faster? Vai, 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 faster, faster, faster.
Come at this time of the year and you can enjoy these spectacular views without battling the crowds for a seat.
I mean, this is what I call a train journey with a view.
And at the end of the line, you are rewarded with a true sound of music vista of the Austrian Alps. I'm inspired to make my take on an Austrian classic apple strudel, my upside-down apple crumble.
So the ingredients are very simple. I got a beautiful eating apple. You can use any crunchy eating apple, will do the job. Get yourself a pan. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the butter straight away in. Good, salted butter. Very important to use salted butter, because otherwise it's gonna be everything too sweet. Then I'm gonna put into the butter half teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, for the apples, I used, for 4 people, 3 large apples. Very simply what I've done, peel them, take the core out, and cut them into 6 pieces. So this is the kind of chunks I want. You can peel the apple before, 2-3 hours way ahead. The way to do it is put them in cold water, like I've done. Come here, come look here. Then I got a lemon, squeeze a little bit of lemon juice into the water, and this what's gonna happen is gonna prevent the apple to go completely black. So this is gonna go in there. You could do this recipe with pears as well, yeah, by the way. Lay the apple sideways, because when you cook them on both sides, the middle part is gonna stay nice and crunchy. Okay, beautiful. Now they are wonderfully coated. I got 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, just sprinkle it all over. You're gonna give an extra flavor to the apples, and sugar and butter, you're gonna start to caramelize them. Now, the base. What I got is amaretti, the crunchy one. Put them in the palm of your hands and just crush them, like that. I want the big and small pieces, okay? That's the way I want them. Then we're gonna do exactly the same thing with the digestive biscuit. Look, don't put them in a blitzer, because otherwise it's gonna be too powdery, and I don't want that. Don't forget to check the apple, caramelized to perfection. Oh, look at the color. I'm happy, I don't want to overcook them. Leave them to rest. Let's talk about the base. So the biscuit are crumbled. The way I'm going to combine the 2 biscuits, I'm going to rely purely on honey.
Combine and arrange on the plates.
Okay, how simple is that? Now, once you've done that, you put the heat on under the apple again, because we're gonna now flame the apples with amaretto liqueur. Make sure that your body stays away from the pan, and then the only thing you have to do, amaretto liqueur goes in there, tip it, and flame it. Just move it around and stay away from the flame. That's what you have to do. Move it around, stay away from the flame. It will last about 5 to 6 seconds, and then the job is done. At that point, switch off, because what we done there, we burn the alcohol, that's the flame, but I don't want to lose the flavors.
Place the flambéed apples onto the crumbled base.
I got some mascarpone cheese. This is gonna cut through the sweet honey, the cinnamon. Beautiful. Right here, on top of the world, with the Dolomite behind me, upside down apple crumble with cinnamon and amaretto liqueur. Boys,
I've asked train driver Martin and fellow passenger Adrian to come and try my desserts.
Molto buono, grazie.
huh? I have to say, to see the Dolomites there still with the snow on top, this is pretty amazing.
But let's be really clear, I am not stepping foot on that cable car again.